Welcome back to another story time with Dogwood Nature School. Today's book is Our Day of the Dead Celebration by Anna Aranda. So let's go ahead and get started. Look at this beautiful cover. Yeah, lots of flowers and some butterflies. And some skeletons with the little sugar skulls. Okay. I love the beautiful colors, the orange and the purple. And look here, we have a family tree. Yeah. So it's showing to the people who have passed and then the current family members. Yeah, that's pretty. Nice little family tree. Today is the Day of the Dead. It is a happy day when we celebrate with our family. So look, it looks like they're going to a market or a party. And she's taking her dog. Yeah, look, here's a skeleton. There's a skeleton up here. So many pretty colors. Oh, and look, some of the flowers are falling out of her basket. There is a lot to do to get ready. We gotta go to the market to pick the brightest marigolds and some sugar skulls. So this is what they call the sugar skulls. They're decorated. So pretty, huh? And lots and lots and lots of marigolds everywhere. Yeah, and look at all the beautiful decorations. There's a sun and some designs cut out on paper. Oh, look at this little skeleton doggy. And here's a skeleton. And this doggy is looking at the man who's selling marigolds. Yeah. And she's got her little basket ready to collect her little sugar skulls. Everyone is coming to our house, the living and the dead. Grandma told us that this is the time when the spirits of the departed come back to visit. Yeah, so look, they're making a design. We're putting the flowers on a string. And look, here they have made a little banner. They got some chilies on there too. Yeah, and look how excited. They're like, we got more flowers. And we got a couple sugar skulls. Yeah. And look over here. They have the sugar skulls already for decoration. We decorate sugar skulls for all the relatives we miss. So here, look, they go ahead and put the names right there. Mom is teaching us to cook Aunt Lucha's favorite dish, sweet tamales. Tia Lucha keeps bees and eats 5 tamales with honey every morning. She is the sweetest person I know. Wow. Look at this. Bees, bees, bees. Yeah. And look. Tia Lucha has wings. And look at these tamales, sweet tamales. Looks yummy, yummy, yummy. My sister, Paz, is practicing the accordion. It belonged to our great-grandfather, Tenorio. He used to play all over the country. What was his favorite song? Let's ask your grandmother. Abuelita will know. So this is supposed to be the grandpa. He's playing the accordion and his granddaughter is practicing. Yeah, here's a guitar and a drum. And more flowers and tamales. Abuelita's husband, Grandpa Ramón, liked to travel too and spoke 8 languages. He visited every continent in search of rare objects and stories. He kept track of his adventures in his journals. Just like me, I love writing in my journal. So here's another great way. Yeah, they're keeping connected to their ancestors, their family members that have passed, that they may or may not have known. So very, very cool little tradition. Well, not little, but for dessert, Dad is teaching us how to make our family's famous soft almond cookies. I'm not sure which relative invented this recipe. We'll have to ask Abuelita, and I will write it down so we don't forget. Your Uncle Valerio's spirit will travel back fast when he smells the cookies. Look at all these cookies they're making. Delicious. Yeah, the family is spending some great time together. Now our food, flowers, and sugar skulls are ready for the altar. Paz writes a poem for great-grandfather Tenorio to add to the altar. Now that you are away, your accordion asks me to play the most beautiful song to keep your memory strong. And I write one for Grandpa Ramón. We miss you and your sneeze. Did it really almost blow down some trees? Yeah, so they build an altar of things that remind them of their family, pictures, objects, maybe favorite, someone loved butterflies, or maybe the butterflies just came because of all the flowers and sweet cookies, and they got their sugar skulls with the names. Yeah. Everything is ready, but we need the guests. Waiting is hard, so I write one more poem for great-grandma Delia, who was an artist. Your favorite color was green, the best color ever seen. You love the spring and birds that sing. And then, hooray, they are here. So all the family is starting to arrive. Claudia is an artist and draws pictures on the patio of all the places Grandpa Ramón told us about. Yeah, so look, drawing pictures, and they're running around and flying a kite. We are all getting hungry but must wait for our most important guest. Finally, the one who knows all the family stories arrives. Abuelita! Yeah, look at that. So Abuelita is grandma in Spanish. The grandma is here. Abuelita. My family loves to be together. We sing and dance to celebrate our family. We feel close to everyone, the living and the dead. Look at that. Everybody's dancing and eating and having a good time. And they're sharing lots of stories about all the family, past, present. At dinner, Abuelita tells stories and we could listen forever. A long time ago, before you were born. Yeah, look at that. He's over here writing in his journal or drawing maybe. and they're traveling, and here's playing the accordion. Wow, on a ship, maybe on a cruise. Yeah, beautiful. When the party is over, we are sad to say goodbye. Why does our family live so far away and so far apart? Maybe they are like the monarch butterflies. They travel far but always come back. But we are all happy we had a day to remember, just like we have loved ones we will never, ever forget. So everybody's going back home. I like the comparison to the monarch butterflies. It's a beautiful comparison. The end. Author's note. Since ancient times, humans have sought ways to celebrate the lives of their family members who died. In Mexico, some people celebrate their departed loved ones by making altars. They can be decorated with sugar skulls, marigold flowers, beloved food, and pan de muerto, which is the traditional bread made for this season. Sharing stories and writing poems called calaveras, which translates as skulls, about the dead also help keep their memories alive. In this book, you'll find a story inspired by my family who loves to remember the sweet times we have with those who are no longer with us. It is important to remember because when we remember, we live again, and they live again through us. Wow, that was a beautiful book. Thank you for joining me today for another story time. I hope everybody's happy, healthy, and safe wherever you are in the world. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.